standards. Hey, this is Guitar Gabby. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, and this is Theorematic. So I went through playing a lot of different instruments when I was younger. I played the piano, clarinet, the oboe. I tried drums for a little bit, wasn't my thing. And I just wanted to be able to play the music that I was hearing in my head. So finally my mom was like, well, let's try a guitar. Got me a guitar, and I don't know what it was, but in that moment I felt this is it. So I taught myself how to play. I taught myself music theory as much as I could, and then I studied classically with a teacher, and so that's how I learned how to play classical guitar. And I just wanted to be able to, I guess as I got older, I wanted to be able to see more Black women playing instruments in music in general, but especially in rock, because I was obsessed with rock. And going through high school, I felt like I was going through that period where I didn't know if there was something wrong with me, because I'm like the Black girl and all my friends are white and I'm listening to rock music. The Black people don't want to talk to me. So like, what's happening? What's the problem? And when I got to Spelman, that's when I started learning more about Black culture and just like appreciating myself more as a Black woman and understanding my place in the world, and how it's our season to just kind of take it and not ask for it. So that's kind of what prompted me to just kind of continue carrying the torch for playing guitar. Even being an adult, when I see Black women playing guitar, it's more, I don't really know how to explain it, but any Black woman that plays an instrument, when they see another Black woman playing an instrument, and I feel like we're able to speak to each other via guitar. And even within that, there's so many different Black women, like friends of mine like Ari and Francesca, and I have a couple of friends here, and I have a friend out in California, Tiki. All of us are Black women and we play guitar, but we each have different styles, and it's just so exciting to see, she plays guitar that way, she plays guitar this way, and we each have our own individual passion with it, and I feel like we're able to speak to a specific crowd of people or a specific realm of people, especially like in Black culture and like in our community. So. It is, because I work full time. I was earlier this year I was in school full time, and then managing my band is a full-time job. Being in a band is a full-time job. So it's baby steps. It's, we're getting there, but I oftentimes feel like I sacrificed a lot of what would have been able to provide full-time music pay for like just me to play guitar. I sacrificed a lot of that in order to have my band get to where we currently are, because it means a lot to me, and it's extremely, extremely, extremely important. And I get very emotional about it, about having Black woman rock bands, because I think that I would have identified differently as a Black woman if when I was 12 and started playing guitar, I saw a Black woman in rock and roll doing what we're trying to do now. And I knew, Sister Rosetta Thorpe, I didn't know about her until I got to college, and I was like 22 when I found out about her. So, but yeah, it's, every day trying to get money and pay bills, but Spelman and Vermont Law School are knocking at the door. Yeah, so my band's name is called the Txlips, man. We call it Txlips. We put an X in there instead of a U, and that kind of, for me, I changed it to an X because I wanted to, what was this? Txlips band, we put an X in there. We changed it from a U to an X to stand for no limitations. I believe that Black women are extremely diverse. We come in all different shapes, sizes, skin colors, hair, gender identity, the whole nine. And I feel like we're all special. And the reason why my band is called the Txlips is because tulips, like the flower, is extremely They're extremely colorful. You can see a yellow tulip one day and a pink one the next day, but it's still a tulip and it's still special. So that's my band. My vision with that is to combine music and law. I love both equally, but a lot of what I realized growing up is that a lot of musicians and artists in general understand the art side of the music industry, but they don't understand the business side. And that's how a lot of people end up getting into bad deals. They don't understand royalties because they sign bad contracts. No one understands copyright. It's a whole thing. So I remember being a teenager writing my own music, and my dad took the initiative to understand copyright so that he could help me protect myself from a young age. So just having that ingrained in me growing up, and then realizing, you know what, I actually kind of like reading copyright law for fun in my spare time, is what kind of prompted me to go to law school. And I want to be able to, I always say I want to be the middle person between communities and the government. I want to be able to explain in layman's terms what copyright is to a musician and why it's important, why you need to sign a contract. You know, you don't have to accept what someone gives you. You can amend the contract if you want to. You can suggest changes. You know, if they want you, they're gonna do what they have to do. So I want to be able to combine those two and do those both full time. I start another law program next fall. That'll be another 3 years of my life. But I still plan on simultaneously touring and doing everything that I've been doing now. I might offload some things on my plate. I picked up managing a couple of other people this year just to kind of fill in some of the time from no longer being in law school at Vermont Law. But I'm sure as I start my second law school program, I'll probably be offloading some of that. But I would say next steps are just finishing the tour, finishing this album, and then just kind of keeping things rolling. I'm very much one to project into the future and plan things. I'm very strategic about things. And so just by the end of next year, I would really like to have our album out so that I can kind of keep the momentum going and just build from there.